besides that kind of collaboration, we have established collaboration with institutions. And maybe something that we haven't mentioned today, but I find quite interesting, is this dark spot when you're in the stage where you don't have official collaboration with the institution as a whole, with a, I don't know, agreement with the director or whatever, but you have some individual in that particular institute that would really like your project. This is the situation that can create very interesting projects, especially if they are working with some kind of social, ethical, or whatever others dilemmas. So I will show you, I decided to show you one of these cases. So this is young Croatian artist Silvio Vujicic, and what he's done, he established very good communication with the Institute for Pharmaceutical Institute. And the boss didn't really know what he was doing, but he had this great support from this particular lab inside, so he could follow his project. So what he did is he did a scent laboratory, but the perfumes he was making, he got from all the things that our body produces. For example, shit, urine, tears, vomit, menstrual blood, and so on. So people actually, the installation was made, it was 5-day installation, and people could bring their samples, leave it for him, he would process them, and at the end, they would get their scent. This is, for example, vomit. So we did blood extras there, everything that was needed for the project. So these are the individual perfumes. This is, for example, of each person who wanted to participate. So I don't think that I think this is quite an interesting topic, because once you have established some kind of formal collaboration, it is very hard to pull off these kind of projects. Of course, there are totally new opportunities then, and we are actually aiming also for that new opportunities. But this is some kind of dark spot, like you mentioned, for example, that sometimes you don't know what goes on in these various institutes that are growing. So sometimes people should not know maybe what is going on in their labs. That can produce some interesting stuff. So now I will also show you one piece. I hope it's not too disturbing, but that is also working. That was also possible only because the doctor who wanted to do the piece didn't had to answer to anybody. It's really, the work is about maybe radical love statement, which you might not connect with the picture you will see. But I will tell you briefly because it's important for the story. So we invited one Serbian artist to participate in the show we were doing there. And he said, okay, I will participate, but only if I can involve you in my work, literally. We said, okay. We didn't know at that time what was going to happen. So he found one day, okay.
Very brave,
now,
yeah.
I'm going to have an operation. Before the operation, I'm going to get fat so that I can have enough fat for the operation. And then, out of this fat, so this is the operation, out of this fat, I will make soap. So he did it. He made soap. 4 of them. And after that, you will bathe in it. So there were 2 of us. So, okay, we bathed in the soap. Everything was documented and exhibited like a big, like many photos. So I really don't think that this would be possible if, like, the hospital knew what was going on. Likely is the case in this work. It's also his work. So he was in this work that you will see now. He's referring to the big question of plastic surgery and so on, aesthetical industry and so on. And he made a piece that he set up as a restaurant situation. You see here only part, but on the walls there were actually photos and a video of operations, various operations, from which he took the samples and made this really traditional Serbian and Croatian dish, which is made usually from pork. You take rest of the pork and mix it with vegetables, and this is what people eat. So he offered that as a situation. Of course, there was the chaos, a big debate, blah, ethical questions. Did they know the patient? Didn't they know? How can you eat human meat? Blah, and so on. But some did.
Some did. Wow.
This is nice. One other thing I wanted to say, and I think I just decided to be very short, is that here we all come from very different backgrounds. Some of us are institutions, some are not, and etc. And for the place I come, NGOs have quite an important status in a sense of civil and art scene. So during the last 10 years, the non-governmental scene has really become so important that we are actually some kind of, we are bringing the new stuff, and we have, of course, connection to the institutions. For example, my organization doesn't have a space, and we, for now, don't think that it's necessary. So we invade every space we need. It's necessary for a certain project. So that's it.
Thank you.